Happy full moon. Can you see me? I'm here waiting for you. Happy full moon, everybody. Hi. It's so good to see you. Can you see me? Can you see me? I'm so glad. Happy full moon. I've been watching you for a few minutes. It's so great to see you. Are you excited for tonight? Because I am. I'm really excited for tonight. Welcome into the August full moon. You know what's funny? There's always something funny. What's funny is the August full moon. I'm a Leo. Do I have any Leos in the house? By the way, Dave, if there's ever a way, or Claire, to see how many people are live, like, I would love to know that. It won't show me. But one day, if you guys can fix that for me, that would be really cool. Who else is a Leo in the house? Do I have any Leos in the house? I know I do. Come on now. Don't be shy. Okay. I'm a Leo, right? And tonight's full moon is our opposite sign. It's our opposite sign tonight. So if you're a Leo, tonight's full moon feels like it's pushing you to think a different way, operate a different way, behave a different way than you normally do, which is what Aquarians do for Leos. Look at that. Oh, there we are. I never know how many people are here because it won't load for me. So I'm like, I don't know, there could be 2 people here. There could be, I don't know how many people are here. So look at that. We've got all kinds of birthdays this week. I'm August 9th. And by the way, I'm wearing this tonight because this was a birthday gift. This is the Enter to Win. If you get your full moon tools for September before midnight, one of you is going to win this necklace. And it is a complete collar of rainbow moonstone and blue topaz. So I wanted to wear it tonight to show you. It's an absolute goddess piece. There's no other way to describe it. But this necklace was a gift to me from one of you, actually, from our community, my friend and my student and my colleague, Deanna Franco. So I just want to thank you again, Deanna. I'm absolutely in love. I opened a package yesterday and I'm like, I didn't order a necklace from Sylvia Peluso. And then there was a birthday card. So anyway, thank you, Deanna, for thinking of me, and thank you, Sylvia, for making something really special for my birthday. So thank you, and happy birthday to you. If you're a Leo baby too, we are birthday twins, cosmic twins. If you raised a Leo, I want to tell you that I'm glad you survived. We're not the easiest children to raise, because Leos are never children. Have you noticed that? Leos are never really kids. We come in kind of all grown up, and we have to learn how to be young. And that's why we're on a lifelong quest to rebel, to play, to explore and experiment, and because we're born old and we get young. So if you're a Leo and you're rocking that energy too, I love it. Now, are any of you Leos who had an Aquarian parent? Can I get that show of hands? How many of you who are Leos were raised by an Aquarius? There's a large proportion, I will tell you, and I think it's because the universe seeks balance. So again, Aquarius is our opposite sign, but they're really good for teaching us certain lessons. So I want to talk about what that looks like tonight. I love that. Joanne says, my grandson is a Leo. He's an old soul. What if you're a Leo Virgo cusp? Good luck. I'm married to a Virgo. It's good. Leo Virgo, here's the thing. The 2 most serious relationships of my life have been with Virgos. And I think the reason that Leos and Virgos work is that we understand each other. And where Leo goes external, Virgo goes internal. Where Leo goes passionate, Virgo goes analytical. So we keep this constant balance. Now let's talk about Aquarius, because tonight is an Aquarius full moon. So Kirsten's dad is an Aquarius. Look at that. Mom's an Aquarius from Miss Melissa. So let's talk about this. So here's what we have to know about Aquarius. And by the way, did you see? So my team and I now create these for you. For every full moon and every new moon, if you go to sagegoddess.com, for $0 and 0 cents and $0 shipping, you can download what I think is the best full moon and new moon worksheet there is. And so it tells you the herbs, oils, and stones for each full moon. It teaches you about the full moon. And then it gives you journal questions. So if you haven't downloaded this yet, I would download it before midnight tonight from sagegoddess.com. Again, it doesn't cost anything. It's just a free gift from us to you. So if you've already read this, then you know a little bit about what Aquarius represents. But I want to talk about it with you live because that's what's happening tonight. So, and how many of you are new? Out of the 1,100 people who are here, how many of you are new to either me or to full moon ceremony? I would like to know that too. The reason we gather at the full moon is the same reason that our ancestors started doing this thousands of years ago. And it's because this is the night of great power. When the moon is at her fullest, and she's going to be completely full in about 3 hours from now. When the moon's at her fullest, she represents a great deal of untapped potential, massive power. And so when we tap into that power and we work with it and we create ceremony around it together, we also tap into that power, which allows us, because so much of our physical bodies are made up of water, the moon really influences you physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, right? So you feel this like growing energy toward the full moon, and then at the new moon you start to feel like, okay, now we can release. It's easier to gain weight between the new moon and the full moon. It's easier to lose weight after tonight from the full moon to the new moon, because on her way to becoming full she gains, and on her way to becoming new she loses. A lot of us who are still experiencing menstrual cycles find that our cycles align to the new moon or the full moon. And so anyway, these are just sort of interesting facts about why we gather at the full moon, and the fact that we've been doing this as a human species since the beginning of time, because our ancestors looked up at the sky and were like, tonight's the moon's really big. And then 2 weeks later they were like, tonight the moon's really small. What does that mean? And they had to find some meaning. And that's what mythology is. That's ultimately what all of the tales and the legends and even what we understand about our crystals is really informed by these moon cycles and phases and what our ancestors, because again, how else do you understand it? They didn't have Google. They couldn't sit there and go, why is the moon brighter tonight and why is it darker now? They didn't have Google. So they came up with these stories and these tales and these myths to help us understand. What's interesting is they're still relevant today. Now, Aquarius is an interesting sign. It's the most challenging sign for me in the zodiac because it's my opposite sign, but it's also the one that I respect and admire the most in some ways. And you want to know why? Because Aquarius is the only sign, and if you're an Aquarian, raise your hand if this is relevant for you. Aquarius is the only sign that has to be 2 elements. Everybody else gets to be 1. And we'll get to the Scarlet Moon in just a second, because Scarlet wants to know. And of course you want to know. Aquarius has to be two elements. It's an air sign, but it's the water bearer. I'm a Leo, that's just fire. If you're a Virgo, that's just earth. If you're a Cancer, you're just water, right? Aquarius has to be both. Because, and here's the gift of Aquarius. They are truly on our planet. They are the most gifted humanitarians. Because, and I want to look at my notes because I made a point of writing this down for you. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini are the 3 air signs, but they do air differently. And this is going to help you understand why you're feeling some of the things that you're feeling today, okay? And yeah, I want you to get the full moon worksheet, but not right now. Be here now. You can get it later. It's there. It's not going anywhere. Just kind of drop in and start to take a nice deep breath and bring yourself into the zone. Yeah? Okay. Aquarius does air through the feelings. Aquarius helps us understand and create spaciousness around what we are feeling because they are both air and water. So they are the thoughts and the emotions. not just one or the other. Does that make sense? So they do air. They create spaciousness around your feelings. So that's why with an Aquarius, it's almost like you feel like they understand you, almost like a Cancer understands you. And you think, how is that possible? They're not a water sign, but they're very emotional people. My mom has a Cancer moon with an Aquarius sun, and so that just kind of highlights all of that in her chart, right? Gemini does air through the intellect. Gemini does air through ideas. So they think and overthink. They analyze and overanalyze. Geminis constantly have a conversation going in their head. You may or may not be aware of what that conversation is, and so they may or may not make sense to you. But that's how they do air energy. And then Libras do air energy through relationships. They create spaciousness in relationships. So again, Aquarius does air energy, creates spaciousness around your feelings. So they make you feel really seen in a way that almost nobody else does. And then again, Gemini does air through the intellect in the realm, in the arena of ideas. And then Libra does it through relationships, yeah? Okay. So however you find yourself on that spectrum of air element energy, tonight is for you. And you will feel more connected, I think, to this full moon ceremony than if you are a fire sign or a water sign or an earth sign. It's interesting. Well, and remember, you're not just your sun sign. You are a triangle. Do you know this in astrology? Wait, we can't get into all this tonight. But you are a triangle. You are your sun sign, which is really who you are. And then your moon sign is who you are when nobody's looking. It's your subconscious. And then your rising sign is who you are when everybody's looking. It's the show you put on for the world. So your sun sign, so you may say, well, my partner's a Gemini and he's not like that. Then you have to look at his rising and his moon, because you're not just the one, you're not just one. Now, if you're a triple Virgo, triple Gemini, triple Cancer, triple Leo, yikes. It's good to have some balance. But it means that you're the same, whether you're talking about your subconscious or the mask that you wear for the world or who you really are, it's all the same. Most of us have different signs for our sun, moon, and rising. So if you are Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon, or Aquarius rising, tonight is going to really resonate with you, and I'm excited to bring you into this experience. If you don't know where to find your chart, astro.com or Cafe Astrology. Those are two places you can go to get a free natal chart. Just by entering your birth information, you have to know the city you were born in, the time to the minute, and then it will give you your sun, moon, and rising, your sun, moon, and your ascendant. And that's kind of a snapshot of what the sky looked like when you were born. Anyway, so, and by the way, on YouTube, did you know there is a Sage Goddess YouTube channel? I'm supposed to tell you to like and subscribe, and I hate it because I think it's really cheesy. But if you don't know, I actually put a whole year of astrology classes on YouTube that's free under our YouTube channel. It feels like it was 100 years ago. So anyway, like and subscribe, and then you'll find my free astrology content on here and learn even more. Okay, so Scarlet Moon. The Farmer's Almanac and other traditions give each one of the full moons through the year these names. Right? So like, why is it the Scarlet Moon or the Sturgeon Moon, which is another name that you'll see given to the August full moon. I chose Scarlet over Sturgeon because I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't find giant freshwater fish very attractive. I find them interesting and I find them helpful in the planet's ecology. But I don't get really excited when I think about giant freshwater fish. So we chose to focus on Scarlet. Well, they are interesting, but you know what I mean. They're not sexy. Like I wouldn't do this video for you and then go and hold up a sturgeon. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's just me. Have I ever posted my beauty routine? No, but I'll tell you something. People have asked me to do a makeup tutorial because I do my makeup the same way every day with like easy to access products. I use mostly like Maybelline and CoverGirl. So if you ever want me to do a makeup tutorial, let me know. It just seems weird. Like, I don't want to do that if people don't want it. There's so many makeup tutorials out there, and I don't think my makeup is that much better than anybody else's, but maybe I could teach you how to use like department store or, you know, affordable products, because most of what I use is you know, some more of the basic products. But anyway, that's the most I've ever talked about my beauty routine. So maybe one of these days I'll do that. But anyway, I chose to focus on Scarlet because Scarlet seems kind of sexy, right? Like Scarlet is like a lower chakra kind of color. It's kind of the color of like blood and the life force and all of that. So we chose to focus on Scarlet, and I'll show you the tools we're working with tonight. My split screen, by the way, is brought to you by my son, Nicholas, who is 13 years old, and this is his passion. He's really good at technology. Yeah, I know, Sheila Ames. I know. She said some of those products test on animals. It might be true. I'm just not, you know, either because of budget or other reasons. In some cases, I'm not always able to only use products that are not tested. I do think about it when I'm making my purchases, though, for sure. You guys are so cute. Okay, so here we go. So these are the tools for tonight. We've got our Scarlet Moon candle, which hopefully you're loving the art on that one. And it has been poured with Scarlet Moon perfume. By the way, Scarlet Moon perfume, if you missed it, it's one of my favorite full moon perfumes of the year. If you are a lover, I'll just tell you, of any of these oils, you will fall in love with Scarlet Moon perfume. By the way, the Scarlet Moon candle has a little bit of Nag Champa in it, in addition to all of these notes. It's got Tobacco Absolute, which is a sacred offering to Great Spirit. It has Yarrow, which is a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual healer. It has Valerian root to help you relax and unwind, and then Balsam of Peru to deepen your level of conscious awareness. So that is Scarlet Moon perfume. If you didn't get your tools, you can get just the perfume on the website tonight if you would like, and it's 19% off with your code GOLD19. But if you got the kit, then you got your art with the beautiful invocation. I know my spirit is unbound and my mind can be free. I follow my true nature, giving higher wisdom the lead. And that's so a mantra of Aquarius. We'll talk more about that in just a second. By the way, I want to screenshot your sweet words about Nick, because he every time I go live, he's like, how did they like it? Did they like the picture quality? So cute. And I'm always like, they really like the picture quality, Nick, and they like the camera in camera, because I have some people in my community who need to be able to read my lips. And so this allows me to still be able to communicate with you so that you can read my lips, but also see the altar and what we're working with. So anyway, and then the centerpiece of this month's kit was this. If you have this, we're actually going to be working with this tonight in our meditation. This is a hand-carved garnet Merkaba, and this was the jewel in the crown. And so we're actually going to be spinning this. I'm going to teach you about the Merkaba. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it right now. So if you have a notebook or if you want to take notes, you're welcome to do that. This is called a Merkaba because in ancient Egyptian, Mer means light, Ka means spirit, and Ba means body. So this would be light, spirit, body. And this is how we used to move between dimensions. We used to be able to conjure one of these. It's like a car. It's like a chariot. So you'd be like, you know, I want to go to the 5th dimension today. Merkaba up, pull it up, we would dive in, this thing would spin, and we would go between Egypt and where, you know, Tibet and wherever else in the multiverse we wanted to go. Now we can't really do that. We actually think of ourselves as being so advanced as a civilization, but I think we're pretty much behind the 8 ball when it comes to interdimensional travel and communication. So this is the tool we're going to be using tonight to have this experience tonight under this beautiful scarlet Aquarian moon. You guys are so cute. Isn't it awesome? You will use this in all of your meditations. Once I teach you tonight, you're never going to want to let that go, and that's okay. Merkabahs are addictive. Once you have one, then you want to have them in all the different stones. So those are the tools for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get us started with a good smudge. I was coming to kiss you, didn't I? Didn't you? I might kiss you later. Okay, I'm going to burn some sage. Just to clear some energy, get some energy moving. Remember that when you invoke the element of fire, you start to move energy. And that's the key. What I have learned through this quarantine experience, me personally, is how important it is to move energy every single day. And there's 1,000 different ways to move energy, but you have to move it. You can move it through meditation, through yoga, through chanting, through burning of herbs and incense and resins. You can move it by working with the elements in a lot of different ways, but you got to move energy every single day. Because when you don't move energy, it gets stuck. And what does stuck energy lead to? Pain, disease, and illness. So if you want to, it's funny, in my YouTube or my Facebook feed, there's constantly all these things. Boost your immune system, boost your immune system. And every time I read all that stuff, what I think to myself is, move energy. You want to really protect and take care of your immune system, move your energy. Every single day. Massage is important, sound is important, everything. Just getting outside. You can use your voice, you can tone, you can yell, you can scream, you can sing, all of these things move energy. We tend to think of just moving our bodies, but that's not all there is to it, right? Space Daisy, that's the best thing I've seen all day. She said, stuck equals yuck. Right? You gotta move the energy. So take a nice deep breath, roll your shoulders back. So Aquarians teach us how not to care so much. What other people think, what they say, what they do, because they're the innovators. One of my favorite lessons from plant medicine work, specifically with ayahuasca over the last couple of years, came last fall, which is my last journey before now. And the message was, there's always another way. You start trying one thing, it doesn't work. Okay, there's always another way. You're in a relationship, the person breaks up with you. Okay, there's always another way. You're struggling with infertility and nothing seems to be working. Okay, there's always another way. And it resonated so deeply with me because for me, that has become a foundation of hope. I want you to close your eyes for a second and I want you to think in your life about where there's another way for you. Maybe it's with your work. Something you're blocked somehow. There's always another way. Maybe it's with, I don't know, there could be any number of things that are challenging you right now. I want you to think for just a moment about where you've been really stuck on something. Maybe it's how you think about someone or something or a relationship or a challenge that you're up against. And you're like, it's just every time I start, it's like I just run into an obstacle. And that's because you're not looking around. You got to write around the problem. If you just keep burrowing your head in and trying the same thing and expecting a different result, that's the definition of insanity. When people are like, I don't know, I've been trying to take my partner to therapy for 10 years, I'm always like, why? Like, why? Obviously that's not working, so then you gotta try something else. Well, I stopped eating dinner 2 months ago and I'm not losing any weight. Why? It's not working. Right? Another way. So tonight, I'm insane too, honestly. In my life, I can point to plenty of situations where it's like, but it doesn't make sense. If it was somebody else, you'd be like, try something else, right? I'm trying to give you specific examples so you can see how this works, right? Like, I've only been eating avocados for 2 weeks and I haven't lost any weight. It's like, okay, well then that's not going to be your way. Maybe you need a Leo to tell you that. So what Aquarius is going to teach us tonight is, I want you to work with one challenge in your life tonight. I want you to pull up one situation, one challenge. It could be pain, it could be depression, it could be lack of success in your work life, it could be your relationship, it could be whatever, right? You can't change a person, Deanna Franco, but you know what? You change you, everybody changes. Like, that's the thing people don't realize. You don't need to change anybody. You need to change you. You change you, the whole picture changes. Your partner changes, your relationship with your kids changes, your friendships change. Like, whoa, all I did was change me. The whole picture changed. So when people say, well, I just really wish my partner was more this or more that, I'm always like, great, then you change and watch that happen. Or watch them, you know, move on to a different situation or relationship, right? My thing is water right now. I'm trying to drink as much water as I can, and I don't like water, so I'm putting it in a pretty glass. Okay, do you have your thing that you're going to work on tonight? Let me ask you this. Are you willing to see it change? And I ask that because what if it changes and then you have to change with it? Are you willing to do that? You ready? So let's play. That's right. This is play. This is just fun. This is like, I have this challenge. You're right, Athena. And nothing's really worked. So I'm ready to play with it tonight. Let's just play. And then the rest will happen from there. Okay. I like that a lot. Ooh. So, because we're working with air energy tonight, so if you're willing, only if you're willing, but whatever, you wouldn't be here if you weren't. I'd like to rattle you a little bit. If you were here in my crystal room, I would have you stretch out your arms in either direction and I would go behind you. So I'd like to have you face the camera. You can keep your eyes open or keep your eyes closed, facing the camera, so chest forward to the camera. And you can stretch out your arms if that feels good. You can leave them by your side or you can hold your hands if you'd like. So I'm just going to come through and I'm going to rattle you down the front. And what I'm doing right now, because this is an air full moon, is I'm going to get some of that stuck energy unstuck from you, and I think this translates across space and time. I don't think we have to be in person to do this work. So come closer, closer, closer. I'm going to start at the top of you. And just give the energy permission to move. Okay, you have permission to go. Bye. We don't have to know what it is, where it is. Get in there. I'm giving you an energy spank. Well, it's a rattle. Rattles are noisy. So Great Spirit, see this energy that needs to be moved, cleared, displaced, released. We ask that you release it in perfect time. Okay. Turn around. Do I beat my husband with that? No, but have you seen my husband? Team SG deleted that comment, but I actually thought that was really funny. Maybe Barbara needs a spanking. signs. It's so funny. Oh my goodness. All right, give me your backside. That's right, Dawn Fisher. Let's let it go. Great Spirit, clearing the energy from the backside of the field, from the top of the head, all the way through the base of the skull. Clearing energy down your central nervous system, through your spinal column, through all your vertebrae. I'm releasing everything that's stuck, that's been stored, causing you pain. We're releasing right now, releasing through the entire central nervous system, spinal column, moving the energy. And then side to side. You guys are so funny. Seriously, I think it's funny. Sometimes we take stuff too seriously. We don't have enough of a sense of humor. You know? Like, it's funny. And I think laughter is a really good release. Don't take yourself too seriously. Life's too short. I gotta clear my tool. Aho. And thank you for letting me release some energy. So then blow across your hands and release. Do you feel tingly in your hands? I'm telling you, virtually it works. Do you feel it? If you feel any tingles in your hands, that's how you know the energy's going. It's like, let it go, let it go, let it go. Wasn't it good? I'd shake you with my stick. Kim said I also was able to clear her cat's energy, which that's no easy feat. So thank you for that. And that's how you clear it. You feeling good? Deep breath in, shoulders back. Exhale, head side to side. So for tonight's ceremony, what I want you to do is I want you to, if you're willing and able, I want you to keep your focus from the top of your head, your crown chakra, which is right here, your soft spot, right when you were a baby, that's your crown chakra. And I want you to trace that line all the way down the back of your head, right, to the base of your skull. And then I want you to track that energy all the way down your spinal column. Every single vertebrae. All of the energy that's in your body sits between the top of your head and the base of your spine. Your arms are just here to do work. Your legs are just here to do work. All of the energy sits between here and the base of your spine. Where does pain originate? Between here and the base of your spine, right? Everything's here. So I want you to, let's move this energy through that central column tonight, but every time I tell you to bring your energy back to the central column, that's what I'm telling you. And I want you to imagine a thread that pulls from right here and then pulls from down here. And I want you to feel it like stretching you. So when I tell you bring your attention and stretch, I want you to take your breath and through the top of your head and out through the base of your spine down into the center of the earth. That's what's going to help you feel anchored and tethered through tonight's ceremony, okay? And don't do it too fast or too hard. If you get a little bit of a headache, it's because there's too much energy flowing through the crown chakra. You can overdo it. So one step at a time, especially if this is new, right? Yeah, I have nerve damage and a compressed disc and all kinds of weird stuff. So this is what I do to keep my spine soft, to reduce pain and inflammation. It's much better for you than a lot of the heavy-duty pain meds that we resort to. Not that those aren't good, but if we can avoid them, you know, we do our best. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera and again bring our attention to our tools. So we're going to light our candle in just a second. I want you to have your perfume with you so that you can anoint. And I'm going to go ahead and open our circle for tonight. So we always open our circle clockwise. I use my selenite wand. I want to begin by welcoming in the guides and the guardians of the 4 sacred directions to be with us tonight, giving thanks for their presence. And see how it works, right? Sherry D said chronic pain from spinal injuries, hoping this helps. Let's give it a go, right? Let's do it. If you believe in miracles, which I do, right? Everything is supportive. Everything helps. I juice. I try to eat as clean as I can. I use sound. I use crystals. Who knows what's working? Maybe all of it's working, right? So let's begin in the east tonight, calling in the guides and the guardians of the eastern direction, the air gateway tonight. This is their full moon. So if you're a Libra or Gemini or Aquarius, I'm calling to you. And guides and guardians of the eastern gateway, I want to welcome you in and call upon you tonight for spaciousness, to help us open our minds, to help us see things from a new and more elevated perspective, creating understanding and awareness tonight in the east. We give thanks for your presence in the circle tonight. And to the guides and the guardians of the south, the fire gateway. As we are here in Leo season, in the middle of the Lion's Gate. So it's very fiery right now. So this is you, if you are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, calling on you, calling in your fire energy. Energies of transformation and change, letting go of what doesn't serve you anymore. All of those energies of transformation, releasing. Curiosity and play is in the south too. Sensuality and a little bit of passion is in the south. So we welcome in all of those energies and those guides and guardians tonight with gratitude. And to the guides and guardians of the west, the water gateway tonight, calling your energy in, your presence, your gifts of purification, healing, emotional release tonight is possible as well in the west. Like, ooh, all of a sudden I've really let this go, right? If you're a Pisces tonight, you're going to really feel this, right? If you're a Cancer tonight, you're going to feel it. That's right. Scorpios tonight, connecting you in with your own gateway this evening, and welcoming in the water guides to be with us. And then in the north, we welcome in the guides of the earth element. This is for stability, presence, patience, and peace, teaching us to take our time and slow down. There's no rush in the north, nowhere to be, nowhere to go. This is the direction of pure understanding, divine compassion. This is the direction of the grandfather. I never got to know my grandfathers. I always dreamed about it, but time and circumstance and war didn't allow it. But my dad is a fantastic grandfather, so I've gotten a chance to see what a good grandfather is like. I'm sure mine would have been amazing, but it's been nice to have a lived experience. And so if you've had a grandfather or seen a good one, what do? They're there to guide you so gently, right? And you know that they're always there. They're wishing you well. They're supporting you. They're nurturing you. They're so proud of you, right? It's not an over-domineering male presence. It's a very gentle, sovereign, loving, nothing to prove masculinity in the north. Like I said, that I always dreamed of, but I got to live it vicariously by watching my dad with my kids, and what a blessing it's been. So all of that, right, in the north tonight, welcoming in those guides and those guardians this evening. And with that, isn't that nice? It's so much wisdom. I mean, grandfather and grandmother energy is just slightly different, but what's true of both, mother and father energy is anxious because mothers and fathers feel responsible. grandmother and grandfather is not anxious because they don't feel responsible. I mean, it's more like, well, if these kids turn out great, that's great. If they don't, it's all the parents' fault, right? Good luck, everybody. And so it's kind of like, it's all the relaxation, I think, with the grandparent energy that leads to so much success, right? But listen, even if you're missing a grandma or a grandpa, I had a fantastic grandmother, and I lost her in 1998, so which feels like 100 years ago. But let me tell you, we were luckier because they were here. I would rather still have my grandmother and lose her at the time I did than to have any other grandmother on the planet and still have her. So it's always important to count your blessings and remember we were so lucky to have them while we did, right? So lucky. That's right. Okay. So I'm going to go fancy on you now, darling. I'm going to light my candle. And we are going to anoint with our Scarlet Moon. Now, Scarlet Moon can make you sleepy because there's valerian in it. I just want to, like, for the purposes of full disclosure, this can make you tired. So if you really overuse it, I hope you can take a nap after this, right? Okay, so a little bit on your wrist for what you do, right, with your hands. A little bit on your third eye for what you know. And just bring it to your nose. You can really smell the tobacco. Like I said, there's tobacco absolute in this blend, which is ceremonial tobacco. It's not like a smoking tobacco. And so a little bit on your ankles for where you go, which covers all your energy lines. It smells like tobacco and love. It's hard to describe. How would you describe Scarlet Moon? One of the reasons I love tobacco at the harvest is it's an offering. So the reason there's tobacco absolute, even it's ridiculously expensive, but the reason I insisted on having quite a bit in this blend is at the harvest time, that is the most sacred offering you can give to your crops. A little bit of a pinch of tobacco at the base of your plants. And so what I've been doing is when I've been picking my plants, because I've had my bottle for a month, what I do is when I take a cutting from my plant, I sort of tap that off and I just touch this to the soil and touch this to the soil and touch this to the soil. It's an offering for the harvest. It's a love potion, that's right. So anyway, if you didn't get the kit, you can get just the perfume, but later, right now, you need to stay here. Okay. So I want you to take your Merkaba. This is your Merkaba. Remember I taught you? Light spirit body. So it looks like it would sit flat like that, but that's not how this works. It works by sitting on an edge like this. And I'm going to tell you a quick story. A lot of you have heard this story, so I'm not trying to repeat my stories, but some of you are new, you said tonight, and you probably haven't heard this story. So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you the 30-second version. Ready? So when I was 6, my aunt passed away. And so my mom was 36 at the time. And so she didn't tell me this story until decades later when I was old enough to hold it. But when her sister died, she was the only person in the room. And the story as she tells it is that she, as soon as my aunt crossed, my mom was able to see her spirit leave the body and leave the room. Okay? And she was so shocked by what she was seeing. She saw this, what I'm going to describe to you in a second. And so when the doctor came back into the room, my aunt was already gone. And he saw that my mom was like in a state of shock. And so the doctor, my mom said, "Can I tell you what I just saw?" And the doctor said, "I've seen many people pass away. So please tell me, because I'm actually writing a book about all of these stories, because the stories are all the same, is what the doctor told my mom at the time. The stories are all the same. So tell me your story. So my mom said, okay. So her, she was laying on the gurney, and then this smoky shape, okay, appeared, lifted up. And my mom, in drawing it for me, drew this shape. Right? Which is what the ancient Egyptians say they used to use to move between dimensions. And she said, and it was spinning. So it was going like this, away from the bed toward the door. And my mom said this was opaque. The Merkaba was opaque, and in the middle she could see my aunt. Like a hologram almost, okay? And she said when it got to the door, it stopped, and it turned, and it looked back on her, and then it turned the other way and moved, and then went through the door and out of the building. And the doctor said, ma'am, that is the same story that everybody else has told me. They drew the same shape. It did the same thing. That's the story. And my mom was like, well, at least it's consistent, right? So this is, I believe that when we come into this life, we come in through the Merkaba, we spin on in, and I think when we go, we spin on out. And I think if there's a loved one watching, I think it stops, it looks back, and then it keeps spinning and spins away. Pretty amazing, isn't it? So, I want you to take your Merkaba in your hand while I drum for you. True story. It's an old story. That happened in 1980. So take a minute with that. This is 40 years ago. Yeah? So I want you to hold your Merkaba point to point between your thumb and your forefinger. And as I drum for you, I want you to consider just spinning your Merkaba. If you spin it left, it's going to take you into the past. Remember that Aquarius is the duality, right? If you spin it right, it's going to take you into the future. So where do you want to go with this meditation on this Scarlet Moon? Do you want to go into the past? Thank you for that, by the way. Do you want to go into the past? Or do you want to go into the future? Maybe you want to do both. So while I'm drumming, you might say, well, let's go back and see, what do I still need to heal with that relationship from 10 years ago? Well, let's look into the future. Where is my career going to take me next? Yeah? And see if, as I drum, you don't go somewhere for a few minutes. With my big full moon drum. So they, you can use either hand. It's Garnet. So they call it the Scarlet Moon because the plums on the trees. Do you have a plum tree? This is the month they turn scarlet. This is the month the pomegranates begin to form and turn. It's beautiful, isn't it? And which one of your ancestors will see your Merkaba one day? So Aquarius, tonight, this big full moon. Remember, Aquarius is a teacher of feelings. What feelings from the past? It's a big question, you guys. And it's okay if you feel like, Athena, I just can't right now. It's such an overwhelming world right now. So go at your own pace. Any Merkaba works. That's right, Sharon. What emotions from the past haven't been healed yet? And how can we put spaciousness between them tonight? I love that. Kathy Leon, she said, life is a spiral. That's right, it's not a line. It's not from start to finish, right? Thank you, Brian. Love to you too. Just resting into that, Mystic Gypsy. Beautiful. And you don't have to have a physical Merkaba. Spin it in your mind. This is an energetic experience. Just taking a moment, taking a breath. Give yourself, give yourself the next 15 or 20 minutes right now just to rest in this space. It's beautiful. Lauren says, lots of feelings from the past about feeling small and unseen. Oh, that's great. Veggie Stan, welcome. Oh, thank you. Good chemistry. It's great to see you. And it's okay, you don't have to go into the full deep core of that wound tonight. Go where it's easy. Have you ever tried to pull a piece of fruit off a tree that isn't ripe? What happens? You hurt it. It's not ready. Go with the ripe fruit. If you don't know what it is, ask your spirit guides. So let's let it loose tonight. Rejection, fear. I'll name mine. You want to hear mine? Rejection, fear, loneliness, unworthiness. I could make a list for you. What's your low-hanging fruit tonight? You're so welcome, you guys. I'm a Leo. Surprise. So let's create spaciousness, right? Spaciousness around the sadness, the unworthiness, the fear, the judgment. Low self-esteem, abandonment. Create space. You are not those things. Just because something happened to you, that's not who you are. Create space. Tonight, under this Aquarius full moon. There's no better time of the entire year to create space around your emotions. You're just giving yourself like a buffer. Fear. Not worthy, not good enough, not special, not cute, not lovable, not, or the too much, too sensitive, too weak, too weird. Sometimes too weird is a compliment. the opposite. Ready? Under this Aquarius full moon, what emotions do you want to get closer to? Pull it close tonight. Love, understanding, appreciation, acceptance. Opening your heart wide tonight to receive, receive, receive. Awesomeness. Call it in, bring it in. Aquarius is serving it up on a platter tonight. Joyful, fun, extravagant, sensual, creative, powerful, fun, exciting, confident, abundant, healthy, patient, passionate, affectionate, courageous, free, credibility. I love it. Call it in, pull it in. A big full moon is shining the light right on all of these energies for you tonight. This is your birthright. Authenticity, empowerment, curiosity. Are you ready to take it one step deeper? Will you do it with me? You know me, I'm always pushing it. One step deeper under this Aquarius full moon. What do you have to, let me feel into that. What are you being guided to bring into your vision right now for the rest of this year? Do you realize there's only 4.5 months left? 2020. So what are you calling in? Feel your heartbeat start to race a little bit. What are you calling in? Self-love, light, healing, limitlessness. I love it. Healing from Venus for herself and others. I love it. Joy, happiness, magic, forgiveness, bravery, being refreshed, renewed, reborn, spirit energy, ascension. We're drawing down that moon tonight. Kindness and open heart, the best version of you to spiritual soul, creativity and strength. For Jackie Godfrey, I love it. Surrender, new job, happiness, all of the above. Love, a cleaner lifestyle. Enlightenment, success, leveling up. Love it. Child of God, own it. Love it. Order, stability, financial abundance. Love, forgiveness. New perfect job for Victoria Rose. Health, growth, organization, truth, power, confidence, facing fears, opportunity, wholeness, happiness, health, joy, letting go of addiction. Rebirth, love, light, caring, forgiveness, enlightenment, being myself. Strength, limitlessness, intelligence, rebirth, being unstoppable. To be awoke. So I want you to take a moment and I want you to ask yourself, which one of those matters most to you? Energy's infinite. one. I love it. Leo's like, shh. So I want you to hold your Merkaba off to one side. We're going to go clockwise now. Ready? And I want you to set this energy stream in motion tonight at this full moon. So I'm setting healing in motion in my life. You do the same thing. Set your energy stream in motion in your life. Give it permission to move and manifest. Give it permission to create miracles. Yeah? And make a full circle. Now I want you to bring it between your palms in prayer pose over your heart. Great Spirit, God, Goddess, the one who gave you life, all your spirit guides, ascended masters, teachers in spirit, ancestors who watch over you with pride and joy. We ask that you see us tonight as we call in this energy stream and we focus on it for the next cycle. We ask that you help to manifest this energy in our lives and to bring it to us in ways seen and unseen. You know, we don't always have to see things to believe them, right? You can feel things happening. You can feel energy moving. You may not have proof of it. But if you've been with me for the last 9 years, which is how long I've been doing this, I've been doing full moon ceremony for free on YouTube for 9 years. If you've seen me, I don't look the same. I don't feel the same. Nothing in my life is the same. And it's a radical transformation for the better. And it's because every month at the full moon, I ride that wave of whatever the big fullness is, and I navigate that energy. And every month at the new moon, I set intentions for what I want to shift or release. And I think it's the secret to it all. I really do. So now every time you look at this across your altar, I want you to remember this moment and that you made a commitment to allowing more of that energy into your space. Right? And let the tears flow. Now, are you ready to cry even more? I ask that this piece be blessed under tonight's full moon for one of you who's here right now, watching live, that it represent your fulfillment, your manifestation, your completion, and everything that you want to bring into your life right now. In alignment with your highest good, may it be so. And so, on the event page tonight, I'm going to put this picture of this exact Merkaba. I chose this one because it's bigger than mine. That's the only way I know which one it is. I'm like, that one's bigger, you get that one. And if you feel connected to it, I want you to go and comment when we're done. I'm not going to give it away right now. And I'm going to choose the winner tomorrow and announce it right there. And that will give you all night tonight to go and comment. And the only thing I ask of you is that you comment, and I will say this in the post too, I want you to comment with what energy stream you're going to call in with this tool that I have blessed for you on this beautiful night. I'm going to connect the energy streams of our pieces. See, yours is the bigger one. So one of you is going to win that, and we'll announce the winner tomorrow. I'm really excited actually to choose a winner of this piece because I feel really connected to it. I feel like it's going somewhere it's meant to go. So if you didn't get your tools, don't be too terribly sad. One of you is going to win this one. I'm so glad you have chills. That's awesome. It's fun, right? I mean, I live for these moments. I really do, because I believe in magic. And I have changed my entire life in the last 10 years. And it doesn't mean it's been easy. It hasn't been, anything, it hasn't been overnight, but it has happened. And so what I know is your health can change, your happiness can change, your relationship can change, everything about your life can change, but you have to have faith. And so what I do is come live in front of you every month and go, hi, I have faith. Do you have faith? I'll help you. And this is what we do together. And so let's blow out our candle together. I want you to make a wish. You ready? What's your wish tonight for healing your emotions, your feelings, the challenges that you have faced? I want you to make a wish. And then when you're ready and you have it in your mind, you can blow out your candle. Feels good to make a wish on a full moon, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Ooh. Yeah, a lot of you I've known for almost the whole 10 years or 9 years we've been doing this. You know what I mean? And then some of you are brand new tonight, and we'll be together for the next 9 years. It's really kind of exciting. Until eventually I retire, because I am getting older. But for now, we're still together. Venus says, nobody understands me, but you know what? I would encourage you to challenge that perspective. Most people don't understand me, but some do. And the ones who do matter. And the ones who don't aren't meant to understand you. Not everybody understands me. I mean, I'm out there on a limb. But I'm not everybody's cup of tea. For some people, I might be a cup of whiskey or lemon juice, or I don't know, something they don't want, right? So you gotta find your resonance, and that takes time. I've been teaching this to my kids too. It's like the ones who will understand you, the ones who are gonna walk this road with you and be really authentic and real with you, you'll find your peeps. And we stumble on each other in all kinds of interesting ways, right? But that's what I've spent the last 9 years doing, is reminding people, if people are meant to know you, they will. And you will find those who can appreciate what you bring. It's really, really true. We're not meant for everyone. And God knows I am not meant for everyone. It's probably in their best interest. I push them too far. I actually, I've had friends in my life say, Athena, you are so interesting, but I'm not ready to do that work. Okay. Because it's more comfortable to go back into your life and kind of, not change. But I'm on a constant path of change. So anybody who's in my life has to change, because I'm constantly changing. It's not very uncomfortable to be my friend and just to want to do the status quo. You know what I mean? And that's okay. We'll put the link up for you. Don't worry, Laura, to enter to win the Merkaba tonight. We'll put the link up because I want everybody to enter. So we'll make sure it's like broadcast widely where to go to enter, and then we'll announce the winner tomorrow. Thank you for that, Sunny Days. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming into my life, you guys. What a beautiful, magical, weird, fun coincidence that we're all together tonight. So we welcome the Guardians in, starting in the east, going to the north. We release them starting in the north and removing and releasing them counterclockwise. So starting in the north tonight, we want to release the guides and the guardians of the northern direction, the element of earth. We want to thank them for grounding us tonight as we journey together, holding the space, holding us, connecting us, tethering us to this planet, keeping us in our bodies, helping us to feel safe and secure, reminding us that everything is going to be okay, as the guardians of the earth element in the north always remind us, and we release them with gratitude. And to the guides and the guardians of the west, we thank you for emotional healing tonight, purification, the tears that we shed the energies that we release tonight in the West. Thank you for standing by our side, reminding us that we are always cared for, loved, and nurtured, and that we don't have to do anything to earn it in the West, right? We're just automatically worthy of that love. It's so healing. We release you with gratitude. And to the guides and the guardians of the South, thank you for connecting us to passion, rebirth, transformation energies, shape-shifting, shedding old skin, releasing what isn't serving us. We release you from the circle with gratitude into the guides and guardians of the East. Thank you for another new day, another new month, another new lunar cycle, for constantly reminding us, especially under an air element full moon like Aquarius, that there's always room to change, move, and grow. We're never locked in to our circumstances. And thank you for helping us create space around our emotions tonight too. We release the guides and the guardians of the East with gratitude. And with that, you know what's really crazy, you guys? Oh, I love that. AJ says, thank you, Athena. I also cooked hash browns for my husband during the ceremony. I love that so much. You know, because I feel like I will go and cook dinner for my family now, right? Isn't that still part of the magic? Whether I'm here holding a circle with you and opening a circle and, you know, playing sound tools and stuff, or if I'm cooking, it's the same intention, the same presence, the same desire. I'm not, if you were to show up here an hour from now and be standing in my kitchen, you wouldn't be like, oh, who's this person? She's so different from that person. Right? So I think my goal has always been congruence, that who I am here is who I am downstairs. It's who I am, you know, in any circle. And it's because magic for me exists in all parts of my life. I feel just as magical when I'm cooking as I do when I'm here in ceremony with everybody, right? I love that. Barb said she dyed her hair. Sometimes that's all you need to do to feel a shift in your power. It's true. My only regret, honestly, in my life, but I do have one. At 40, almost at 47, I'll be 47 next week. My only regret is I wish I had stopped caring sooner what other people really thought. Like, I wish I'd stopped in my 20s. But I was still afraid, like, what will they think? What if I'm too weird? What if I'm too, you know what I mean? They'll judge that, they'll judge this, because I've been doing this work since I was a teenager. I do wish I'd stopped caring about all that stuff sooner. But caring too much also taught me things, right? So maybe there's some medicine in that too. I don't know. But that's my only regret, is that I just wish I had not let people's opinions sway me so much in my younger years. But every person I talk to in their 40s and 50s and 60s says the same thing, so maybe I'm not alone. Anyway, if you care too much, then just tell me and I'll remind you. Okay. Oh, I love you guys. It's so beautiful to be with you. All 1,542 of you, which I can see now. I know. But you know what's really cool is I'm still friends with people I knew in high school. One of them's here. One of my dear friends from high school is online live if she wants to out herself. I won't call you out. But she's super magical, always has been. Another dear friend of mine from junior high and high school is his birthday today. And so I'm still in touch with some of the folks who really influenced me in my younger years, and the awesome ones are still awesome. Not that much has changed. Okay, so let me tell you the deal. So my necklace, yeah? I'm trying not to do a show, but my necklace, this necklace, not this one. This necklace right here is a gift to one person who gets their full moon tools for next month. So if you've been watching me work with the Merkaba and you're like, oh, I wish I had that, we have a kit for next month that went on sale today. And so if you get it before midnight, you save 19% with code GOLD19, and one of you is going to win this necklace. The retail value of the necklace is like between $800 and $1,000. It's all moonstones and blue topaz. Isn't it gorgeous? I don't have another one. This is the only one, and there's no more of those left. So good luck Let me show you what's in the kit because I want you to know it's such an amazing value. So this month we have the Garnet Merkaba with the candle and the perfume. Next month we have the candle, the perfume, and instead of a Garnet Merkaba, you're getting a whole gemstone cluster. Some of the clusters, by the way, have stilbite in them, which is the stone that helps you sleep and remember your dreams. So you're getting a 4 to 5 inch gemstone cluster in your full moon kit next month that's worth the price of the whole kit. These are worth between $59 and $89 a piece. And the kit is $79 and then it's 19% off. So you basically get your perfume, the candle, and the art for free, which is kind of cool. So you have until midnight to get them. Do you have any questions about that? Isn't it fun? Yeah, the right queen will get this necklace. I have no doubt. Or the right king will get this necklace, I have to say. I'm so glad you guys are so excited. You know, moonstone is a stone of manifestation, fruition, and completion. And blue topaz, if you've read my crystal history book called Crystal Lore, blue topaz, in fact, all topaz, in ancient Greece and Rome, they used to burnish topaz cabochons into the shields of the warriors. Because in ancient Greece and Rome, they thought it kept you invisible to your enemies. So the Greeks actually tried to use it when they were fighting the Persians. Isn't it interesting? They actually put all kinds of, now we know how that story ended, it didn't go well for the Greeks. But in any case, they did try to use topaz to keep their enemies from seeing where they were. I love history and I love gemstones, so it's a natural intersection for me. But anyway, if you get your tools before midnight, one of you is going to win a necklace that represents completion, manifestation, fruition, protection, invisibility, and authenticity, because it's a throat chakra stone too. So good luck. Isn't that fun? But don't forget your code. Your code is gold19 off of anything on sagegoddess.com. They're all 19% off. By the way, the only other thing I want to tell you tonight, because I don't know how many we have left. Team SG, do you know? There's a replica of my wand on the website, but I think they're almost gone, and I won't be able to have any more made this year because of the pandemic. My wand cost me wholesale $1,000. This wand is $199 and then it's 19% off, so it's less than 20%. And it's the same, it's brass with amethysts and selenite. So if you want the same wand that I use to open and close circles, last call. If you didn't get one yet, they are there. Are they sold out? Congratulations if you got one, because I don't think I can bring those back before the holidays, but I wanted to mention it before I signed off for the night. Did you get one? We'll do our best. India's still shut down. Please pray for India. They're having a hard time right now. Okay, you know what I'm doing right now? I'm going over to the event page to take a picture of this and post it. And I really do want you to comment, and I want you to comment with what energy stream you're going to call in with this piece. I'm really curious, like where you're at, and I will choose and announce the winner tomorrow. Thank you so much, Angela and Christine, for being here, all of you. Hannah, Larissa, Anna, Julie, Enzi's there, River's there. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I'm really, really grateful for you. What a beautiful experience it was to be with you, as it always is. So do you know next month, September, is the 9th anniversary of full moon rituals? We started in September 2011 doing online full moon ceremonies. So if you ever want to go back and walk down memory lane with me, that's what our YouTube channel is good for. But in the meantime, thank you guys for being there. So tomorrow, my husband and I will be live from our living room with the gem sale. I've got some special tricks up my sleeve, so I will show you tomorrow a preview of what's coming to the gem sale from 3 to 6 p.m. Pacific time. We'd love to have you. It's weird. We try to make it fun. We also have a really good time, so we're excited about that. Then Wednesday, we have class if you're in Soul Shift. We have session 1 of our August class. I'm doing Aztec healing traditions and ceremonies with you this month, so I'm really excited for our work in August too. So I will see you live for our public gem sale tomorrow, and then I will see you in Soul Shift on Wednesday. And have a great rest of your evening, everybody. Happy full moon. Thank you, Team SG, for being there. Hannah, Alexis, Claire, who's probably there too. Thank you so much, and I'll head over right now. Good luck, everybody. We'll announce the winner tomorrow.